So lately I've gotten a couple comments asking, am I still active? Am I still making videos? And yes, I do still intend to make videos. So I thought I'm just going to make a video of some kind. I'm going to make one. And so today we're covering a few topics, four in particular that I haven't covered in videos so far. Kind of just random topics, and that's kind of why I haven't made videos on them. There are other topics in progress, but yeah, I have a lot of these, so I can definitely make more. Let's get to the first one though. So the first one is radium. It's like the element radium. And like I said, it's kind of random. So if you aren't familiar with the history of the element radium, and in particular the radium girls, it's pretty interesting. So radium is an element that if ingested or you have a lot of exposure to, it can be quite dangerous, even lethal. In about the first third of the 20th century, the 1900s, there were people exposed to it in a variety of ways. People had it in toothpaste, in literal food, in nightlights, just all kinds of things. It's not even that long ago, and so many of us probably know someone who was alive during this time. Haven't asked anyone about that. Interesting thought. But yeah, I'm going to read a quote from BuzzFeed. Yes, BuzzFeed. Pierre Curie once remarked that he would not want to be in a room with a kilo of pure radium because he believed it would burn all the skin off his body, destroy his eyesight, and probably kill him. Martland discovered when radium was used internally, even in tiny amounts, the damage was many thousands of times greater. So the idea behind this one was that I would maybe take a substance, an element, something like this, a chemical, and cover how either different generations were impacted by it, or like sort of the history of it, or something along those lines. And so I thought this would be one I might go forward with. There already is a lot of content out there. There's even a documentary on, I believe, like a film on the Radium Girls and all that. So, and there are some YouTube videos already out. This would be a different take, but they didn't even seem that popular. So I just wasn't sure if people were that interested in this in particular. But I still might go in that direction with other similar topics. So let me know if you're interested. 2, Jimmy Carter. My video cut off, but basically, political leaders are thought to have some impact on generations, and this could be through their policy changes, through what they represent, through just existing as a leader. And so I thought about making a video about Carter back when he was first going into hospice care, but had trouble deciding on an approach. So right now, I'll just give you a few fun facts. 1, he is the longest lived president in U.S. history. 2, he and his wife Rosalind were the longest married couple in presidential history in the U.S. at least. And 3, he is the only U.S. president to have received a Nobel Peace Prize after leaving office. 3, the Olympics. So we have Olympics coming up this year, but I wanted to talk about how extreme the Olympics has become. Today, their abilities are just amazing. If you look at early Olympics compared to now, like some of us could participate in early Olympic. So I thought I would maybe cover some of these differences, but I started collecting videos, but then one, I wasn't finding enough of like specific things I wanted. And then like certain sports, it didn't look how I wanted, or it wasn't easy to show. Then I wasn't expert on some of them. So it just didn't go in the direction I was hoping. But one thing I did notice that was surprising is I thought a lot of the changes were a bit more recent. I would say the baby boomers really kicked off like going big in this area. Like maybe it's that the competitiveness of the growing population, but I also think, as our communication abilities and connection have improved, like we also can see what everyone's doing and learn better. And this is creating an environment where people are pushing it more to the extremes. And that brings me to the next one I was going to do, which is hot, spicy peppers. Just like sports, it has gotten more extreme. Anybody got some milk? I was thinking about making a video like this before the Netflix or Hulu or whatever documentary, whatever it was, just talking about how people have been pushing the limits in this area too. And, I think that it's for the very same reasons. And I thought, okay, so are people eating spicier food than their grandparents? But then it's like, it's so regional, it's so personal, it's so like the starting points, especially. But I do feel like there is a bit of a growing obsession with spicy food. I thought maybe I could touch a little on the health impacts as well, like the positive and negative impacts of very spicy food. But yeah, again, didn't go in this direction either. So, yeah, some pretty random topics. I have more of them, and I do intend to do like the normal ones as well. Like if you find anything interesting, subscribe if you want to see more content, and I will see you next time.